has been that what an index can do for financial advisors who are thinking about like a 1 to 5% allocation to crypto is maybe Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only two things that matter. Maybe it's also Solana and XRP. Maybe there's two other coins that we haven't even talked about yet, like Avalanche, that are really important, and they become very valuable over the long term.
Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. In today's video breakdown, we're going to continue to dive down the rabbit hole and discuss and talk about putting our digital assets like XRP to work for us, or at least learning and having the awareness and knowledge on how to do so, and how important it is for you in the moment to understand that these yield generating strategies are 110% going to be a part of the future investment landscape. And that is why we strive to push for people's education, that you guys take it upon yourself to learn DeFi, to go out there and study different strategies that are available to you. This does not mean, again, that you have to go out there and invest your digital assets into the DeFi ecosystem right now by any means, or invest in crypto at all. But now is the opportune moment to get educated. And we're going to continue to prove that to be the case. We're going to show you guys insights from institutional players, the largest in the game. We're going to be listening to in this two-part video series. By the way, this is going to be a back-to-back video because of how extensive this is going to be. We're going to be listening to individuals from VanEck, Fidelity, 21 Shares, Bitwise, in today's video breakdown, confirm everything that I'm saying to you guys, which is, again, hopefully confirmation to awaken aware you all that you should go and get educated on this stuff. If the financial institutions are openly telling you guys this, again, don't just take it with a grain of salt. They are the ones that move these markets, and they are physically telling you guys on stage and preparing the infrastructure to get ready for yield generating capabilities. So just recently, I opened up this video, by the way. Actually, matter of fact, let me skip to the juicy stuff today. Let's skip to to some of the juicy stuff. So I opened up this video with this gentleman here from Bitwise talking about a possible XRP ETP in the future. And on this stage, all right, it's a whole bunch of financial institutional providers and asset managers and the largest players in the game, the largest investment funds in the game, VanEck, Fidelity, 21 Shares, Bitwise, all talking about institutional grade staking capabilities. And every single time I post about staking or DeFi, I get these snotty little comments in, the descriptions or whatever. And it's a whole bunch of people saying, oh, I'm never going to go out there and stake. I'm never going to just get off my digital assets from my wallet. And it's so dangerous and this, and that. And those are the types of people that are just lacking education. Don't be one of those types of individuals. Move with the changing tides. These financial institutions openly tell you that staking is actually a very important part of investing. All right. And so that's coming from, listen to this lady here. This is the, I believe, digital asset management lead at Fidelity. Her name escapes the top of my mind right now, but she is an industry leading expert from Fidelity. And listen to what she says here about staking.
And so from our standpoint, I think there's a couple of perspectives. Fully agree with everything that everyone else has said. But from the standpoint of being an institutional holder of ETH, being able to participate in the security of the network is an important part of being an investor in this asset. And so that's why we pushed in the first instance when we made our filing to include staking, and that's why we've refiled alongside of everybody else. But we think it's a much more holistic and the right investment exposure because of the fact that participating in the security of the network is being a responsible institutional holder of ETH. We are actually more excited, though, about the coming more constructive conversations, and I think everybody heard from the very distinguished panel that was here earlier around getting market structure clarity and being able to come up with more innovative and more great research-driven portfolios that not just give you exposure to the asset, but a whole new yield-generating, non-correlated set of yields that, from a financial services and a financial solution standpoint, will give us a whole new tool set in how we build portfolios for.
Please smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you have a brain. People, come on now. I know that people that feel the realness in the information that we've provide here at CYPRX felt that one. That is coming directly from freaking Fidelity. That's not coming from CYPRX. I'm not here. Like, look at this, guys and gals. This is physical proof that what we're showing you all and putting out to you guys is factual information. Okay. I said to you guys just the other day, March 29, 2025, if you care about the future of blockchain, you should be staking or at least learning about it. Right? What did the financial institutional representative from Fidelity just say?
Being able to participate in the security of the network is an important part of being an investor in this asset.
But if they're going to be an investor in this space, then staking is an institutional responsibility. And it's important as an investor to participate in securing the network through staking, right? Check this out. I said to you guys, almost printing the average rent with my current low risk DeFi strategy. This is important. As you heard the Fidelity representative talk about incorporating tools into their investment infrastructure so they can build portfolios through yield generation 2025. We got to wake up. We got to move. Come on now. I got to get my followers the blood flowing, the brain juices going. We cannot be stagnant. We have to continue to persevere and just prevail through the changing market tides. Come on now, guys and gals. So I said to you guys publicly, right? I talk about my portfolio more in detail to my private community, but to you guys, I said right now, I'm staking roughly around $20,000 on XLR, and I'm making about $160 per month. It's not a significant amount of money, but I believe in the future of XLR. And so I want to help support the network, right? I want to help provide security for the network. So I stake, and then, you know, I get rewarded for that. And you have, again, people in the comments that'll come and be like, oh, this money's just generated from thin air. It's a house of cards. Okay, well, here is another institutional perspective for you guys, right? You have an individual on stage that just spoke at the Digital Assets Forum, and look at the title of this. This is uploaded 1 month ago and only has 106 views. It's called The Quest for Yield Opportunities in Staking and Beyond. Listen to this institutional representative. You have, give me a second. She is Eva Lawrence from Figment. If you don't know who Figment is, just go look them up. Again, institutional solutions, institutional clients. Okay. Listen to what she says here.
It's an important distinction because staking is not an investment product, and the rewards that are generated by the protocol are done so for securing the network. They are not determined by Figment or by 21 shares or by anyone else except for the protocol. You can look at ways to optimize rewards, and that's why you look for an experienced staking provider. But you can't, you're not generating a number from thin air. I'm not sitting there and thinking, okay, well, I'm going to give this customer X in APY, or I'm going to give this customer Y. It is determined by the protocol. It's a function of the protocol. So I think that's really important to remember when we're talking about rewards and we're
I just wanted you all to hear that from an institutional representative, right? An individual with actual valid credentials in the space. Word for word, she said, these numbers aren't just generated from thin air. So all those individuals that are in the comments that don't really understand because they're just not doing the education properly, you need to be at a point in your investment career and your research career where you ignore those people. Search for information, search for the truth, and constantly dig. And instead of gathering insights from the retail, tap into what they're telling you on these stages, on these forums, on these panel discussions that are, again, all available in curated playlists inside our private Discord. If you guys don't know where to find these at, there's literally thousands of these. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of panel discussions that take place every single year. And every single week, we watch these and track these videos and share them in our private community. So again, tap in, people. The information is there for you. Now let me continue to blow your minds. Again, this is going to be a two-part video. In the second part video, we're going to go in detail and play some clips from this panel discussion, listening to some of the industry-leading experts discuss and talk about staking and where they see the future, institutional perspective of staking headed, and what's happening behind the scenes. And there's some big announcements from this gentleman, Bitwise and Fidelity, of them talking about multi-coin ETP and ETF portfolios that are going to be generating staking rewards, right? Yield generation. So tap into the second portion of this. But first, let me just show you guys, okay, that they tell you all this in their document. So this is a document that was shared by Coin Club, and it's a research document. And it goes on to talk about how, currently right now, banks worldwide have an opportunity to serve this rapidly evolving industry. Said Sam McCade, CEO of Pantera Finance, and that he believes while crypto was initially a threat to traditional banks, it can also be viewed as one of the potential biggest future earnings contributors to those banks who are nimble and agile enough to invest in the right areas. The Coin Club report shows that the crypto industry is still in its early stages, and we're going to prove that in this video clip in the second portion of today's breakdown, because this gentleman right here from Van Eck talks about how he was on a phone call with over 400 asset managers, and he gives a percentage of how many are actually allocated to this crypto space. It's going to blow your mind and solidify what I'm showing you guys, that other individuals from large financial institutions, Pantera Finance, are saying the same thing, that we are early. We're in the early stages, as you can see here. This is due to lack of clarity and rules and regulation, preventing banks from fully embracing the industry. However, with the right investments and diversified banking approach, the crypto market has the potential to become one of the biggest future earning contributors to the banking industry. Take that into consideration. This is not hopium. This is not hype. I'm not telling you guys this is going to happen tomorrow. This is coming from reputable sources in the space telling you all that long term, this is a huge opportunity. And you don't want to fumble the ball by thinking that you're going to become a millionaire overnight, sell back into fiat currency, and then retire, and that's going to be your story, all she wrote. No, no, no. How are you going to keep and maintain this digital wealth, right? By learning how to generate passive rewards and passive income in this new digital infrastructure, whether that's through real world asset tokenization, investing in tokenized real estate, tokenized art, whatever the case may be. There's so many ways through the utilization of DeFi for you to generate literally daily income, second income. As a matter of fact, you can generate income every second. That's besides the point. I'm going on a tangent. Check this out. Okay. So for our utility crowd, right? Because we create a lot of utility driven token content, HBAR, Flare, Quant, XLM, right? Check this out. This is coming directly from Hedera. Okay. Look at this. So I posted this to you guys April 1st, 2025. Great read from March 2025. Betsaba, I'm not going to butcher his last name, the chief financial officer and treasurer at Hedera, said the promise of DeFi is not just to disintermediate the financial systems, but to create systems that are transparent, equitable, and accessible to all. With the economic inequality on the rise, with the new vision for DeFi, it offers much needed hope for inclusivity and empowerment. What have I told you guys in previous breakdowns? If you haven't watched the yield playlist in the CYPRX YouTube, go check it out. We talk about how right now, some individual out there that's in the lowest income earning area of the world has the same equal access to these new digital assets and this new digital infrastructure that somebody in the most expensive part of New York City and the United States, again, one of the most expensive places in the world, has equal access to this new financial system. They can both have USDC, right? And be earning the same yield through these DeFi platforms or through these yield generation strategies. And that is massive. Decentralized finance inclusion not only unlocks access to financial opportunities, but also provides individuals with the autonomy to shape their own futures. This is bigger than just a technological shift. It's a call to action for a more equitable world. And then over here, just recently, right? I discussed and talked about, opened this video breakdown with an individual talking about an XRP ETP. We'll get into that into the next video. The gentleman from Bitwise, I believe he's the president. Look at this. Look at what Flare literally just posted. An AI-powered platform that helps TradFi users to get into Flare Network's DeFi using Google login. We'll come right back to this because what did Flare just post today? This is just going right over people's heads. And I don't mean to mock people. People in this space, in this crypto ecosystem, are heavily distracted. Not you guys here at CYPRX, but people are watching influencers out there that do nothing but give random and outrageous price predictions and hype things up, and they don't really cover the infrastructure that is being built out. And that is what we are showing you guys. Look at this. XRP staking on Flare networks. Where will the yield come from? A full breakdown on where you will be generating yield from, where these rewards that you're getting come from. And just prior to that, Flare Networks posted this. I even gave you guys a link on X to the whole entire YouTube video. Builders keep building. We must keep pushing forward. With that in mind, Flare Network continues to break new ground in AI, blockchain, and trusted execution environments. 2DeFi, which is an AI-powered platform that's being built out that helps TradFi users, traditional financial users, get into Flare DeFi using Google login, portfolio analysis, and guided investment strategies in TEEs. No prior crypto knowledge is required. This is huge. 2 individual builders won the first prize in the DeFi AI and second prize in the RAG knowledge, taking home over $15,000 at the most recent Flare Builder event. This is massive. These things are being built out. This is the infrastructure that is being laid for traditional finance to come into staking solutions, earning and generating yield. And so many retail participants, because they're still fearful living in 2022, are not even paying attention to this. I'm not here hyping this up. I'm just showing you guys what the same exact investments, most likely, if you watch this platform, have as me, right? Not financial advice, but we're probably all interested in the same assets. these networks and these platforms are the one telling you guys that this is being built out. You got Hedera talking about it. You got Flare talking about it. You got XRP talking about it. I mean, I showed you guys again in this video that I just posted, David Schwartz, right? And Marcus Imfinger, CYPRX SVP, right? Talking about enterprise DeFi. So here again, we're just laying the foundation out for you guys to see that this is all taking place. Last but not least, okay, check this proof out. Another reason backing why you guys should be tapping into learning about DeFi and yield generating strategies. Despite the market challenges like political tensions, tariffs, and liquidity tightening, yield strategies continue to perform well. This is a yield strategy post from the Signum Crypto Yield Fund. We'll get into this in just one second. To continue this, I say, this is exactly why we preach learning how to generate yield with digital assets in the Wealth 28 Club. The financial world is evolving fast. Those who learn to generate passive income will thrive. Those who don't will unfortunately be left behind. Traditional finance is designed to keep you dependent. Inflation is eroding your purchasing power. The wealthy do not work for money. They make money work for them. That is the most key takeaway that you could take from this whole entire video if you've made it this far. The wealthy do not work for money. They make their money. They make their assets work for them. Yield strategies like staking, liquidity provision, and arbitrage are creating new income streams without relying on banks. And this is straight from a bank. Look at this. This is the Signum Crypto Yield Fund. You can see the date at the top of this, the 31st of January, 2025. Despite the negative price performance driven by political tensions, tariffs, and tightening liquidity, yield strategies remain resilient. Overall, structured yield strategies remain robust, maintaining positive, stable returns despite market challenges. And here in the comments, when I was telling you guys about my yield strategy over here, you got people talking about, oh, this isn't happening. Banks aren't doing this. This isn't a profitable strategy. No, it is, because even if the market goes down, even if the market goes up, even if the market goes sideways, you are constantly printing and generating returns that you can do other things with, right? You can take those returns, you can go provide liquidity and earn and generate more yield on that. I mean, there's so many loopholes that you can do. People just look at this on the surface level and they're like, oh, I have to expose my crypto. I don't want to. That's fear. Through education and knowledge implementation and a proper guide, you can learn this stuff too. It is literally crazy to see this in real time unfolding, that the banks are telling you guys this, that they're doing it, and people are still like, nah, it's not important. You had a industry leading expert from Fidelity tell you at the beginning of this video, it kind of is, right? Signum Crypto Yield Fund focuses, this is by the way posted 1 week ago by Signum Bank. The Signum Crypto Yield Fund focuses on generating steady returns while minimizing drawdown risk. With a Sharpe ratio of 3:9, our fund is designed to deliver high-risk adjusted returns, making it a compelling investment option for professional and institutional investors seeking diversified yield sources. Investors can diversify their portfolio, which is exactly what I talk about in that post I did. I'm in XLR staking. I'm in a yield generation platform on VFAT with a couple $1,000s, and I'm also heavy in stablecoin yield generation, making anywhere between 7 to 17% on stablecoins. Okay. And so to finish this off, it says investors can diversify their portfolio and participate in the adoption of blockchain tech and crypto markets via a low volatility, easily accessible, and effective investment strategy. And here is the direct post from Signum, where it talks about the Signum Crypto Yield Fund, gives you a full metric and performance of how it's performed. Non-directional, low volatility investment strategy aiming to maximize returns from various sources of yield available in the crypto market, right? So in the next video breakdown, again, stick around for the second portion of today's video. We're going to get into this. We're going to listen to some of these insights from these industry leading experts. I played a few video clips. I'll let you guys go with that today. As always, just bringing you all the realest information. We're not here to sit here and hype anything up or show you guys things that are unrealistic. We're trying to show you guys the real research, the infrastructure that is being built out, and where a portion of your focus, not all your focus, should be oriented, and that is on education. So if you guys want to further your education, there's obviously, of course, some free resources that you can tap into. You can subscribe to the YouTube. You can obviously, of course, head over to the X profiles. We got the CYPRX research page, and we have my personal X profile as well that's constantly dropping a religious feed of information in the crypto sector that goes relatively unnoticed. You can also tap into our yield generation playlist. If you want to push for your education a little bit further, you want to take it to the next level, tap in with us, head over to CYPRXtrading.com. You got the private Discord, you got the Wealth 28 Club, where you can go in and you can learn about DeFi from our perspective, seeing what we are doing in the market and looking at some of the strategies that we are currently and actively managing right now. As always, many blessings to you guys. None of this is financial advice. Be cognizant out there. Be aware. I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.